What's up? It's Brian from Gold Arrow Fitness. Today we're gonna find out what I eat in a day as a vegan. You might be interested, you might not be, but that's what this episode is gonna be about. So if you're curious, stay tuned. So any reasonable person starts their day with some caffeine, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I got my French press made up. Now, I don't know how you guys like your coffee, but obviously probably black coffee is the best. I don't like black coffee personally. I use some almond milk. Now I used to use the Silk creamer. It's an almond milk creamer, but it's got a lot of sugar in it, so I stopped using that quite a while back. This has been in our fridge for a really long time. And I switched over just to plain unsweetened almond milk to take the little bit of bitterness out of my coffee. You know, after a couple weeks, I actually prefer the almond milk to the creamer with all the extra sugar. When I start looking at people's food logs, the first thing I look for is calories in beverages. Coffee is one area where people have a lot of extra calories, a lot of extra sugar, that not only contributes to weight gain, but contributes to blood sugar fluctuations and all that. So the cool thing about the almond milk is it's only 30 calories a cup. Like, I don't even use close to a cup. The old Silk creamer that's loaded up with all the sugar, it was 25 calories for just 1 tablespoon. So I think there are 16 tablespoons in a cup, so it's about 1/16 the calorie density for all you math nuts. The next thing I'm going for is this. Now what the heck is this? Oh, steel cut oats.
What's that you say? You're a fan of archaeology? Right here on the bottom shelf, you might recognize this as a Tyrannosaurus Rex egg. There's only 2 of these left in the world. Each of these bitches is 4 million years old apiece, son. Goddamn. Rare. Very hard to find. And I happen to have both of them. That smell wild.
I have these in my fridge most of the time. So what I do is I have about a cup of steel cut oats, about 3.5 cups of water, bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, I shut off the heat, let it sit for a few hours, and then I just put it in my fridge and I have oats ready for me all week long. All right, so now we're gonna add some seeds. So we have some ground flax meal. Next we're gonna add some chia seeds. And finally we're gonna add some hemp hearts. So the chia, the flax, and the hemp are all high in omega-3s. On a vegan diet, since we're not eating animal products, and you know, a lot of times people say omega-3s come from fish, which certain fish they do. These 3 things right here, along with walnuts, help ensure that you're getting your omega-3s. And finally, we're gonna add a little bit of peanut butter. And then to top it all off, we'll add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, just because I like my oatmeal extra sweet. Just gotta mix it all up. It's kind of like a cookie, but healthier. Now the key thing here is to put everything we're eating into the Lose It app. I'm in a slight calorie deficit right now, so I'm really trying to be as good as I can about getting everything into my Lose It app. And one of the great things about the Lose It app is it lets you go into previous meals and previous food that you've eaten. So almost everything that I put into Lose It, it's just a couple taps away. Okay, let's get a snack. Okay, so I got my dates and I got my walnuts. So as you notice, I measured out my walnuts on the food scale just because I am tracking calories pretty closely right now. And you know, a serving of walnuts is very important to get right because they are so high calorie. And if you go over by just a little bit, you'll end up adding a lot of calories into what you're eating. I think walnuts and dates are paired great together because the walnuts give you kind of like the fatty, earthy taste, and then these give you more of the sweet, candy-like taste. All right, 5 o'clock. I wasn't gonna work out today, and you know, I never thought I'd be one of these people, and I thought whenever people said this, it was kind of just a bunch of BS. I really kind of want to work out tonight anyways. Why? I don't know. It just feels good. And as a great man once said, if it feels good, do it.
If it feels good, do it. If you got a problem, blame somebody else.
So I'm just gonna eat the Lara bar on the ride to the park. It's basically has 4 or 5 ingredients. It's just dates and nuts and chocolate. But one thing about eating is timing your eating is just, you know, not quite as important as what you eat, but it's very important. I like to time my food so I'm getting like some carbs right before a workout, and then afterwards is kind of how I like to time my protein. All right, let's go. So my battery light keeps flashing. I didn't charge fully up before I left. Better stop shooting B-roll, start running. You know, it always amazed me that I never ever feel like I sweat that much, like when I'm running or hiking or playing basketball. But it's like as soon as I stop, the frickin' rain clouds open up and it's like a downpour. It's smoothie time now. I'm not gonna show me making it, but I'll link the smoothie recipe down below. It's a recipe that I've used before. All right, time to throw down this vegan super smoothie. Can't wait. Nice and cold and purple. I love it. This has protein powder. It's got chia flax, hemp, some cinnamon, which is an anti-inflammatory, as well as turmeric, some black pepper to help me absorb the turmeric, and some cayenne pepper to help dilate my veins and arteries, plus some spinach. I get leafy greens almost every day through this thing, so smoothie's a great way to get leafy greens. But one thing that I don't put in my Lose It app, but I do take every day, is a Super B complex. So this is basically all the B vitamins, and vegans need B12. So if you're new to veganism, or if you haven't heard, vegans just don't get B12 in their diet, and that's because B12 accumulates in animals. Animals don't actually make it. B12 is made by bacteria in the soil. So we wash our vegetables, we chlorinate our water. You know, we just don't get the B12 accumulation like a hunter-gatherer would. It's very important that if you are vegan to make sure you're taking a B12 because it does so many things for us. It's just something that you have to have. So tonight before bed, if I get hungry, I'll have some like grapes or cucumber or some oranges, you know, just something carby. It's a lot easier for me to eat carbs than it is fat or protein, so I have to be a little bit more intentional throughout the day to make sure I get the protein in and make sure I get the unsaturated fats, both poly and mono. And that's pretty much it. That's what I have in a typical day. I'll do another one of these another day just so you can see what some different foods that I eat in a day. Thanks for watching this vlog episode. Stay awesome, stay vegan. I'll see you next time. Is it impossible to achieve your fitness goals? Have you tried and failed over and over again? Don't feel bad. Millions of people can relate, but what most don't realize is that the main reason for this is the inability to change behavior, and that's why Gold Arrow has introduced fitness consulting. What is fitness consulting? It's having professional guidance through one of the most difficult endeavors that you will attempt. Consultants are more than just coaches and give you much more than just a plan. They provide knowledge, support, and techniques to get you through the barriers that have held you back. An app called Lose It is the key tool that connects you to your fitness consultant, making sure you are never alone. If you're serious about finally breaking through barriers and living out your vision, go to goldarrowfitness.com and click on Fitness Consulting. In the meantime, subscribe to Gold Arrow Fitness on YouTube for free content, workouts, recipes, and fitness tips. There's no better time than right now to start living your vision that you have for yourself. Join Gold Arrow Fitness and take the first step to a healthier you.